My name's Mike Lane. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I'm a real estate broker. I really don't have a specialty, but the exchange part of this business is something that I have focused on because I've met some really interesting people, and quite frankly, some of the people that come to these meetings have become some of my best friends over the years.
How long have you been doing real estate?
I've been in real estate about 31 years, and I've been coming to this particular group, the National Council of Exchangers, for probably 20, almost 20 years maybe.
What's the difference between exchanging or equity marketing and more standard forms of real estate brokering?
There's a lot of differences. There's not. It's hard to say just one difference, in my opinion.
Okay, well, what are the primary, the five main differences?
Well, usually it allows for somebody to go out of ownership of a property a lot of times faster than they would if they waited around for an all cash offer. It doesn't have to be an exchange to be something creative, and that's another thing that I've learned in this room is that creativity is something that we thrive on, and that happens as much as an exchange happens in this room.
So you mentioned one of the benefits is that you can get rid of ownership quicker. Can you think of any other benefits that exchanging has over?
Well, some people have a tax advantage because they don't pay capital gains tax until they sell or exchange out of the property that they exchange through due to a transaction that we do here. It's not tax avoidance, but it's tax deferral a lot of times, and that's an advantage.
Why do you think it's not necessarily a popular form of dealing with this?
Well, it takes time, effort, and energy to learn this, and a lot of people just don't want to take the time, effort, and energy to learn something new. They also have to open their mind and be open-minded to other possibilities. Sometimes it's because they're uncomfortable counseling with their client. If they're sometimes they are their own client, and sometimes that's even worse too. If you're a good investor, you don't hire yourself as a broker if it's a really big deal like this. Let someone else be the broker, and because you get too emotionally attached to the transaction or the property. But I guess that's my best answer is what I said.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, I come to these meetings personally because I'm looking for opportunities, and because of some things in my business past, it might be hard for me to get a standard conventional loan on a property. So I can come to a meeting like this where somebody is looking to dispose of a property, and they are motivated enough to do it somewhat creatively, and that opens the door for somebody who doesn't always have the means to put a huge down payment and qualify for a conventional loan. So
Do you feel like there's more of a sense of community?
I certainly do, yes. It's a good real estate broker or agent that's in this type of an environment, in this type of meeting, should have counseled with their client and explained to them that they're going to come to meetings like this and discuss motivations and things like that. But it's also with the understanding that what we say in this room stays in this room. We don't go out and blurt it. We don't try to circumvent around behind the brokers and try to earn their commission or cut them out of a deal or anything like that. It's kind of a brotherhood or a fraternal type of understanding that we have with each other too.
So trust is probably really important.
Yes, very much so. Well, I have, for instance, I have come to meetings like this, and not only am I trying to transact with a property I may have bought or brought, or maybe I'm trying to buy something, but there are other opportunities that arise out of these meetings, relationships that come about between you and people that you've met. I was involved with managing an apartment complex because of one of these meetings. Had nothing to do with buying or selling the apartments. I wasn't there to look for apartments to buy or sell, but an opportunity to do some management fell in my lap.